Let's see. I don't know if my live is working. Hold on a second. Oh, I have to redo my live. I think my Instagram live went dead, so I'm going to start it again. I hope you all are doing good. I am just going to redo my live just because I like to show live. We are on a Ray train today, so we do have a little of a time constraint. We have about an hour. Hey, Rachel, good morning, or yeah, it's no more. Oh, it's almost afternoon for you. How are you? I messed up my Instagram live, so I have to redo it. So let me work that through. That's the main reason why I go on early is because of that. Just there. Hopefully, finally got it going. I don't know how many people will join us in the morning because traditionally we're not really morning train people, but I'm going to give it a go. I know I'm a few minutes early, but I'm going to do like a little preview. I've got a bunch of bling in front of me. Why doesn't that go live? I am having tons of technical difficulties today. Internet as to get off my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi has been so bad this week. Like it has to be reset like literally every 3 times in a day. Good morning, good morning. So we're doing a few more minutes. I'm just doing a couple of previews of things that I've pulled for the show. It is a seller's choice raid train. So I am just showing some cool things before we get started in a few minutes. The store only has a couple of items in there. I have to do a better job of doing that, I think. But we have a lot of these bling brooches. I did pull those out because those seem to be popular. I do have some bracelets. There are trinket boxes in the back, but that's because they were from a different show and I forgot to put them away. But we have some earrings. I have one ginormous Lucinda brooch. Ooh, we are broadcasting, it seems, so that's great. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I know I'm about 2 minutes early, but people should be joining in. And once it turns 9, I will go ahead and do the announcement. So this first one, she is missing an eye, but she's a really cool enamel and rhinestone dolphin. There is no marks. There is somewhere to her. And we are going to run her. Her, I don't know, whatever it wants to be at $5. So this will be the first item, and then when it turns 9, I will go ahead and continue. I'll do the official launch of the train. We're still at the platform, we're doing the all aboard call, making sure that everybody gets on. And then we have this brooch. This is a 1928, the little dangle on here. Let's go ahead and I'll just run this one for 5 too, just as the start. All right, it is 9 a.m. Welcome everyone to the very first stop. We are taking off the platform for the Seller's Choice Raid Train here in Lilyworks. My name is Jen. You could also call me Violet. I'm the first stop for an hour, and then after that, I believe we're raiding JC, if I remember correctly. Um, so we are going to do that afterwards. I have a lot of bracelets and necklaces, earrings, brooches. So if there is anything specific that you would like to see, please feel free to shout it out. So I'm going to go ahead and run a couple of items. The first thing that I'm going to run, well, I ran a couple of brooches, but let's go ahead and run this one. And this is going to be a JJ brooch. And it is marked JJ here in the back. It does have, looks like somebody tried to do a little bit of glitter work on their own. So because of that, we're just going to run this one at $5. There you go. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? So some things listed in the some things are being listed in the tray, but not a ton. So if there's something specific that you're looking for, please feel free to request. I'm going to run one of the items. Yeah, I'm doing good. Right after this, as soon as my show ends, I have to jump in the car and go to my son's soccer game. My husband will take him there early, and then when I get there, the soccer game will start. So this one is a star. It is vintage. It does have a little bit of debris on there. And I'm not going to run it for 8. I'm actually going to run it for 5. It is a very short choker. Short. This one runs about 12 inches. So this is a star marked choker. I did 8. That's okay. I forgot to amend it. But there you go. This is a star marked choker, vintage choker. If you do get this at 8, I will give you a free gift because I did not mean to run it for 8. That should have been a 5. Go if you want that rerun for $5. Please feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. We also have this contemporary piece. There's a little bit of a mark on the larger pearls, and it has a 4-strand tier, and it's really cute. We're going to go ahead and run this one at $5 as well. And that one is running. Good morning, Maria. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. We are just starting off the morning. Lots of things go. Oh, the Hello Kitty nails. Yeah, I can't find my other nails, so I had to kind of make do. And I'm like, I am just gonna wear whatever's in the box, and this was in my box. Hello Kitty nails. So this one is a contemporary piece. Again, another multi-strand. Yeah, he has a soccer game at an hour and a half. So my husband is going to take him first because they have to be there. Obviously, they have to be there earlier, and then I'm going to I'll show up in a bit. Right after show, I'll make my way over there, and then we'll watch his soccer game. So then we're going to run this one for $10. It does not have a mark. It is lightweight. Yeah, and then tomorrow he has like a an event at his Taekwondo dojo, a Halloween event. So there's that. And yesterday we had a trunk or treat at his school. So it was pretty much a Halloween filled fun weekend. It was a lot of stuff, but it was fun, you know. You can't really get back this time. You know, that's what I always say. It was like, oh, it's so busy, it's so crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but you're never going to get back this time. This is a beautiful wreath piece, and it's a Hobei. So it says right there, Hobei. I love this piece. It's so pretty. You would never know that this was a Hobei. That I like that understated beauty, but the quality is fantastic. I'm going to run it for 20. And this one is running now. This is a Hobei. Whoop, I caught it. Wreath necklace. super pretty. You guys want to make offers on it too. I know 20 sounds a little bit much for a wreath. I'm willing to consider some offers on that one. I don't do that all the time, but you know, we could. We could. Let's welcome into the Seller's Choice Raid Train. I am your very first stop here on Lilyworks. We've got a whole day of amazing sellers. They are just kind of selling whatever they feel like today, which is great because lots of different tastes, a ton of different ideas. So that's what we like, right? So let's go ahead and see, I forgot to reinstall the app, so I'm still not able to change the listing prices. So that's you know. So here's a brand new pair of Monet earrings. This is their newer Monet. So we're running it for 7. Great gift idea. If there's something specific that you're looking for, let me know. I can still play the guessing game again with the list if you like. I always give a free prize to anyone that wins. There's no purchase necessary, so please feel free to put a heart or an emoji in the chat if you want to play that game. Today's prize, if I can find them, I think it'll be a Kate Spade pen if you guys want to play the game. If not, that is totally fine. We will focus on the selling today. Next one up, let's do a bundle. This is a contemporary bundle. You have this corded necklace. I love bundles. Oops. Corded necklace, unmarked, and it's got this fringe look to it. And then that's pre-owned, but we also have these are newer, but they've been in storage for a bit. These fringe style earrings. So you'll get both of those for one price, and we're gonna run it for $5. And that one is running. The earrings and the necklace, $5. Is anyone up to anything cool this weekend? It's still hot here. It was cool for like 2 days and then it got hot. And I'm like, what in the world? Next up, we have this beautiful bracelet. I don't know I guess it might be costume stone, but it's a pretty piece. It sits at 6.25. 6.25. That's what this looks like. Painting walls? Really? This one we're going to run at $7. And this is running. What color are you painting your walls? Is it going to be like an accent wall or are you just like painting? That's work. I was driving through an old neighborhood yesterday because I had to go pick something up. I won a local auction and it was a bunch of plants because I like the plants that look like butts. It's weird. Oh, like a deep, rich ocean blue? That sounds really pretty though. This is a West Germany brooch, but it is like worn a little bit. Is this the one? Oh yeah. I keep forgetting to glue her. We can't do that one. We can't do that. So we're just gonna run this one instead. The AB leaf branch one. I think they replaced the pin because it's really extra long. So we're gonna run this one for 10. Ooh, I didn't mean to say 10, but we're running it for 10. I like hesitated, but now I've set it 10, and now it's going to run for 10. So beautiful AB leaf brooch. I passed by this house on my way through after picking up my local winning, and it was really interesting. It was a dark brown, and it was really uneven, and it looked like melted chocolate ice cream, which I don't think was their intention. I think they were trying to save a little cash, and that's what happened. I'm like, oh, I don't want my whole house to look like that. because it's the whole. They didn't even paint any accents or anything. It's the entire house is that one melted, uneven chocolate color. So this one is a beautiful contemporary piece. It is a cha-cha dangle, and we're only running it for $2. So this one is running. I'm glad we're trying to do the trains out in the morning. I know it's going to be somewhat of it could be a little bit of a struggle bus in the mornings because here at Lilyworks, I don't think we're not yet used to the morning crowd, but I think in time we will get there. So that's why I was like, ooh, I'll take the first morning one, no problem. This one is a Chico's piece, very weighty piece. It does have a very nice extension. It is cord wrapped on the gold tone chain. The back looks like this, really interesting construction. And there you go. Wear wise, there's slight wear on that dark gunmetal rhinestone, but not too bad. We're gonna run this one for 12. Let's see here. I really need to uninstall and reinstall this app. Maybe that's the problem because I cannot amend my listings. It won't let me do it. And I know other people can do it. And I've done it once in a while, but it doesn't let me do it all the time. So I think that's kind of strange. All right. Yeah, I probably do because it's so weird not being able to edit listings. So it doesn't make any sense. And now that's why my numbers are all out of order because I keep having to do other numbers. This one is a pretty old one, not a pretty old, but pretty, older brooch. It is textured with some pearls. There are no marks. We're going to run this one for $5. And she's running now. There we go. Yeah, my hope is that. So, are we no longer doing raid trains on Sundays? Or those just open days? And we're just doing an all-day train on Saturday? Is that the new thing? This next one is a really pretty micro mosaic necklace. Black with the red and white flower. No marks on the back. The chain is very dainty and it also doesn't have a mark. So I don't know if this came from Italy, you would think, but we are not sure. So after November 1st, we'll go back to Saturday and Sunday raid trains. Interesting. We'll run this micro mosaic necklace for just $15. And there we go. This one is running. That must be a huge undertaking to combine the marketplaces. But I kind of get it, most people sit in this one. Okay, so most people sit in jewelry and lots, so that kind of makes sense. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna switch up trays. You know what? I forgot to tag people who usually come to my shows. Totally forgot to tag them. I usually do once or twice a week, and I forgot. It's just been so crazy this week. This is a Jerry's. It can be a pendant or a brooch. It's too bad you can't tag people. You can't tag people in the middle of a show. Let's go ahead and just run this one for $7. Oops. And that one is running. I might be able to do it on another device though. But it's kind of weird. Hi, I'm showing now. Please join me. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's see here. Let's do another blingy brooch. This one's really pretty. It might be a leaf of some sort. It is, that's the construction on the back. There are no marks. It is a really cool piece. Let's go ahead and run this one. It is going to run for $12. And this brooch is running now. Yeah, it is so pretty. Yeah, I'm very excited. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of changes in the app and in the marketplace. So it's pretty cool to see it go through that. I think that's the exciting thing about being in a new kind of marketplace or a way to sell is that there you can see the growth. It's not matured yet. It's still in its like development in that, the audience, the people. Here we have a Talbot's necklace. It's got a lobster clasp with a pretty sizable extension. It is already a long piece as it is. It's got dual chains, and then these stones they alternate between dark blue and dark green. So they're not black. You just have to catch it in the light there to see the colors. It is really, really pretty. Yes, it is always, but it's very cool. When in my career, I always chose companies that were, I know, isn't that blue? It's very heart of the ocean. Um, I always chose companies that were kind of not mature yet. I wanted to know what it was like to build something or build a department and go through all these different things because it's interesting to see that. You learn a lot. It can be painful. That's no lie. It could be a little bit of torture, but the experience you get from watching something grow like that is really irreplaceable. Versus when you go into a established company, then they've got their ways, and it depends on whether or not they want to change them. So this is a Lucinda house pins by Lucinda. We're gonna go ahead and run this one. It's a rather large one for $10. So you know what I'm talking about. These are collectible house pins by Lucinda. Lucinda makes house pins. She makes people pins. I forget what else. Cityscapes. Lots of different things. All right, next up, let's go and do a twofer. Yes, yes, very much. These are stretchy bracelets. This one has never been worn before, and this one is in very good condition. We're going to do both stretchy bracelets for $5. Go ahead and do that. Two stretchy bracelets, $5, running now. Really, really cute pieces. Nice to stack. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I kind of knew, with the morning not being the biggest, busiest part when I signed up, but I did that on purpose. I kind of want to be a part of that growth in the morning. So I'm really hoping that we could do that together. And I know that Maria likes the morning as well. So I'm hoping we can do something to really grow this part of the market. So here's another spirally star floral rhinestone brooch. It is older. That is the construction in the back. And we're going to run this one for $12. There we go. Yeah. So it will be nice if eventually when we can get some morning folks here. I think the peak is always like 3 p.m. our time, so 6 p.m. and later. So it can be a little bit difficult, I think, to to get people in here, but I think when we do, it's gonna be great. And then we could be like, we are the morning crew. Next up, we're gonna do a vintage choker. There are no marks on this one. I believe it is 15 inches long at the longest. It's in the tray, so I'm going to load that. Welcome in. Thanks for joining our raid train this morning. So blue short choker, this is just going to be $5. It's about 15 inches. And I like it because it's got like this kind of ombre and then then it starts alternating colors. How are you today, Rachel? It is only $5 today for that one. And so that is running now. Next up, let's see here. And I have been up pretty early. I am also an early riser, so starting in the morning is actually better for me because my family, we have all this stuff during the day and never really sure when we get home. So it's actually better for me to do morning shows. So this is a very sweet, cute little heart pendant with a rhinestone. Yeah, you're on the East Coast. Well, I mean, you could still do like 10 o'clock your time, 11, you know what I mean? If we build up the community, if we build it, they will come. You know? That's an older person's reference. This is a sweet little necklace. Let's also run this one. We'll run this one for $7. No marks on it, but it is still really, really sweet and cute. There we go. Yeah. I used to love that movie. My dad was like, it's not really a kid's movie, but I'm like, but if you build it, they will come. So I guess I was like an unofficial Kevin Costner fan. Did you guys love Kevin Costner back in the day? I don't I don't think he's really aged much because I watched what's that show that he's good at? Yellowstone? And I'm like, why does he look the same? Has he always looked 52 his entire time or 48 or whatever it is? I feel like he doesn't really age much. So this one is a Coro. He's always looked that age, right? It's not like he looks terrible. It's just that's how he's always looked. Vintage Coro. It says that on that clasp. Blue beads and then kind of like a leaf wreath look. The blue enamel. I have this in white and I have it in this color. Maybe? Or maybe he just has the genetics? I don't know. But he's always looked like that. There's a little bit of wear on the enamel. And that is running now. That is a Coro vintage enamel necklace. Next up, let's do a contemporary piece. Who else still looks good for their age? Do you guys, what other actors? Denzel Washington? I think Denzel Washington never aged. Paul Rudd for sure, that's the most famous one. This is a contemporary brooch, all blingy. We're going to run it for $7. And that one is running now. Let's see. There's a lot of people who look good. And then there's the others that have gone that were afraid of aging and then they went too far with the plastic surgery and all that. I have friends they're in their early 40s. They were doing Botox and such. And I was like, why? But some people they really don't want to handle that. The aging part, even though I think they still look great. So this one is like cloisonne, really cute blue leaves. We're gonna run those. They're not marked. Let's run those for 12. And that one is running now. Yeah. It could also be genetics. Were they supposed to have a last season of Yellowstone? Because I don't remember it ending complete. Okay, next up. This looks like Murano glass, but I don't know for sure. It is glass. but I don't know if it's considered Murano glass. So this one is really pretty. It's a little bit pricier because I did pay up, but look how beautiful this is. It's an amazing necklace. Let me get the measurements. Yeah, I can't remember too, and I feel like Kevin Costner didn't even renew. So maybe no. 28 inches end to end on this one. But I'm going to double it up so you can see it. We're going to run this one for $20. It is a beautiful glass necklace. Looks like Murano style, but that is a beautiful piece. I love that. All right. We got 6 seconds left. Next up, we have a floral brooch. Enamel with rhinestones. There is no marks, but there's a little bit of crack in the gold tone there. So this is just going to be $5. And this one is running now. Okay, so it's a little bit quiet, which is fine. I'm going to play a mystery game with you guys. I'll still show, but I appreciate you all supporting me. So I would like to keep you entertained while we're hanging out together. We have never played this game together. It is called 30-second mysteries. So basically, I give you guys a story and clues, and it is up to you to figure out the mystery. So these are unmarked pierced earrings. Let's run them at $5. Okay, so here is the story. Parents willingly take their children to visit an eccentric middle-aged man in his extravagant residence. They do not know the man and are very anxious about entering his home. Once inside, they must save their children from near disaster as a result of their affiliations with this man. But still, he's never charged with a single crime. Who is the man and where does he live? I'm going to give you some clues in a bit. This is 7 3/4. Really pretty inlaid style bracelet, unmarked. Let me give you some of the clues. The man likes sweets. The children are all contest winners. The man offers the parents and their kids a sweet deal. Roald Dahl wrote a book about them, and the man is also known as the Candy Man. So this one is a really pretty brooch, but it does have some debris. Very noticeable debris right here in the front and in the back. I don't know what it is, but let's see if anybody wants it for $5. So in about 30 minutes, we're going to raid JC. Okay, nobody wants to play the mystery game. That is okay. So this one is running. And if there's anything you guys want specifically, let me know. I think I'm showing a lot of different things, so I don't... If there's something that I've missed, feel free to let me know. Here's Ponytail Girl in her resin style cameo. It is just a pendant, not a brooch. Let's go ahead and run her at 7. Go. And let's see. Well, this is going to be an interesting show. That is okay. I'm going to keep showing the jewelry. I like looking at it. So it really doesn't bother me at all. I just don't like silences. It's always been that way for me. Like, silences make me slightly uncomfortable, which is weird. You'd think it would be easier because, it's not like we're face to face or anything. Like, it's just me, and you can't even see my face, but still, I don't know what it is. So I just keep talking throughout the show. 30 minutes of me talking. So this is 1928, Puffy Hearts. It's a weird feeling, right? And I think it would be more awkward if we were in person, so it shouldn't be so bad. But and I'm not saying it's bad, it's just I'm like, what else do I say? So these earrings are Puffy Heart earrings from 1928 with rhinestones. If you want it rerun at 10, please let me know. Then we have this piece. I don't really know what the cartouche says, but she's a common lady that shows up among different brands. So what I'm thinking is that somebody out licensed out the design. Well, I don't know if anybody has anything to say, right? So that's why I do the games and such, but then maybe, oh, thank you. Maybe nobody has anything to say. I mean, that happens, right? So see, they have a cartouche here, but it's not very clear what it's stamped. And I've seen this lady in so many different brands. So it's not clear where she's from, but she's in great condition, and we're gonna run her for $7. And this one is going. Yeah. We never run out of words. I think that's why we're better suited for the job, because that's one of the things that I think public speaking, right? That's one of the most common fears. And in cases like this, when it's specifically to talking to people on live, even if you don't have someone talking back to you with words, that is definitely a source of discomfort for a lot of people. And so I think that's why here you get to be really good at things, because you're not afraid, right? Here we've got a vintage Japan necklace. This one is different. It's beaded, but then it has a porcelain thing. You're an introvert? Yeah. I am actually more an introvert than an extrovert. I took a test, and I know it seems like that I can be an extrovert, but I'm not. I am really not, and I am a huge homebody. We're going to run this one for $12. There you go. And I get it, because it's a struggle, and that's why I was doing the games. I was trying to tell different stories, but sometimes it just doesn't hit, or people are like I'm always multitasking. That's why I don't always talk too much in shows, is because I'm actually multitasking most of the time. But I feel, I get that. Okay, this is very fitting. It is a little brooch. It's contemporary, but it says "My Social Battery," and you can move the lightning bolt from left to right. And mine is always here in the center. This is what it looks like in the back. This is a contemporary piece. I know, and we're gonna run this for just $2. $2. My Social Battery. You can choose it for the day. I don't remember ever being, maybe when I was younger, but it kept creeping down as I got older, and now is permanently there. Next up, we have this beautiful stone style pendant. It is cold, but I don't know anything more than that. Maybe it's a quartz, I'm not sure. And that it is stamped with the Tree of Life. This is a longer chain, but you can obviously change it to anything you want. Let's go ahead and run this one at $10. And it's running now. I got a lot of those weird pins. I mean, I love those pins. I personally collect them, but not everybody does. So I have like a bunch of these bikes. I don't know, like it's so interesting. Like, look, what? They're like the lapel pins. I got a bunch of those. So those, if anybody wants them, we can definitely do something with that. It says "Tears of Mine Enemies." And I think we have an orange juice one that says the same. So I thought that was interesting. We have this lady. She's a fancy lady. No marks. Let's run her at 10 as well. Less than 30 minutes, so we've got about 20 minutes before you raid JC. This one is running. Is anyone a Betty Boop fan? We have a Betty Boop. Betty Boop is so controversial. Have you looked at, like, it would not work out today if they tried to do Betty Boop. Like, she was so, like, coquettish, and then all these old dudes were always trying to get with her, but she was, like, definitely young, and she dressed provocatively. So this is a tiny little Betty Boop pin. I don't know if somebody made her as a figurine, but there's some people that love Betty Boop with her finger rolled hair. Next up, we have this beautiful bracelet. Let me see if I can bring it up. There we go. This is the pink rhinestone bracelet. Fold over clasp, no marks. This is what it looks like in the construction on the inside. She sits at 6 1/4. So 6 1/4 for this pink rhinestone bracelet. I'm going to run her for 11. Oh, there we go. And this one is running. Pink rhinestone bracelet. 7 1/4. We got 6 seconds left. And again, thanks you guys for hanging out with me. I know. I came into this prepared. I knew that the morning would be a little bit different. It's not the time that many of our friends are on, so I was prepared mentally. And so I appreciate you all just hanging out. So let's do a trio here. We have Ticket to Anywhere, Tears Mine Enemies, and then another Tears of Enemies, and then we'll do your choice of bicycle. Whatever bicycle you're on. They're little lapel pins. They're fun to wear on your jacket. I'm going to run them for $5. That's crazy, but we'll run them for $5. I mean, if you go in the store, that's how much one costs. So, bundle of 4 for $5. Go. I have 2 silver bikes, 1 red bike, 1 yellow bike. All right. Next up, we have this beautiful guy. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate you. This was in my drawer. It's a contemporary one. I bought it for myself, but then I stuck it in my drawer and forgot about it, so that's what I get. That means I can't keep it. And we're just going to run it for $10. And this one is running now. Right, let's see here. Keep going. 3 seconds left. All right, next up, welcome in. Welcome to the raid train. In about 15 minutes, we're going to raid JC. We have this beaded plastic necklace, kind of like a 70s vibe. Let's run this one for, run it for 7. No marks on that one. Plastic beads in this marbled color and white. So that one is running now. Let's see. If you have any requests on things you'd like to see, please feel free to let me know. Happy to accommodate. We have a Christmas brooch. It is a silver tone wreath with rhinestone and gold tone. No marks on that one. Let's run it for 7 as well. That one is running now. Please stick around. It'd be really great if we could raid JC. She always has really cool stuff, and she has a really fun energy. She's more lively than I am, for sure, right now. Next up, let's see. Oh, We have a dragonfly necklace. Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, dragonflies, work with me. They got a little bit tangled because of the way I put them on the tray, but it is a triple dragonfly, and I will show it to you in just a moment. It's kind of an easy show today, so I'm not in too much of a rush. Very long length, no marks. So it's a long length necklace, but oh goodness. Sorry about that. There you go. Long length necklace, and you have 3 dragonflies going down the front like that. And I think they're really cool because it is textured. So we're going to go ahead and run that for $7 as well. And that is running now. Let's see. We also have an older rose brooch coming up. All right. Here's the gold tone rose brooch, a little bit of wear right there and there. Whoops. So it looks like in the back, no marks, tiny bit of verdigris. We're going to run this one for $5. And that one is running now. Right. I do have the blingy brooches in the back if you'd like to see that. I have some cameo earrings next to me. Let's see. We have this contemporary station necklace. It is long. Looks like that. Contemporary station necklace. It is beaded with these gold tone hammered pieces. Quite a long layering necklace. We're just going to run this one for $5 as well. No marks on that one. And it is running now. We have about a little bit over 15 minutes before we raid JC. All right. Next up, we have fun little turquoise style pendant. There's no marks. It is it's a unmarked chain, very lightweight. We're going to run that one for $5 as well. And that is running now. Let's see, there's a little fall inspiration coming up. We got 4 seconds on that one. Next up, hey Abby. This is a skeletal leaf, and they've glued on like this kind of floral or leaf pattern on it. Very lightweight. I would not take this chain. I think you can put a new chain on it. So just for the pendant, let's run it at $5. Just for the pendant. There we go. We got 10 seconds left on this one. Let's see. Next up. Try to get, where's that bag of new stuff that I pulled out? Ooh, I feel so old because I have sciatica right now. And, you know, you kind of feel like an older person when you're like, oh, my sciatica. You know what I mean? Or I hope you don't know what I mean. If you know what I mean, oh, I'm sorry you know what I mean. We have an elephant. Ooh. Here's an elephant. It is textured, and it has a rhinestone eye on it. No marks. It's pretty heavy. And we're going to run this one for $7. We have 15 minutes before we have to go raid JC on the raid train for Seller's Choice. And this one is running now. 2 seconds left. And if you have any requests, I do have some blingy brooches back there. So feel free to request those if you'd like. Next is a double layer necklace, gold tone, no marks, full over clasp, thin chain on top. I think it does 18 to 22 in length with the faux pearls and the most beautiful pendant. It's not real stone, but it's still very lovely. And then a longer chain at the bottom. So I'm going to hold the bust up so you can kind of see how it falls. But isn't that so pretty? Chat's in the way. There you go. Let's go ahead and run her for 12. This one is running now. Really pretty double length layering necklace. Got 10 seconds left at $12. All right, though. Got some more necklaces. If you want to see brooches or anything else, please feel free to shout it out. Just going to see if I can run through some of the things here on my tray. We have an Avon necklace. So the Avon is right here. Avon. It's articulated. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but that's a cool thing. And a silver tone chain with a spring closure, but I don't know. The chain doesn't appear to be marked with anything, just the pendant. And we're going to run that at 11. So we go. It's a cool pendant though. It's different. 5 seconds left. Next up. Where's this necklace? Oh, it's a beaded, I think it's choker style, maybe. Yeah, it's pretty short. This necklace, let me give you the length. It's about 15 inches. It is a roll barrel clasp. And look at the colors and the beads. Very, very fall ready. Unmarked. Let's run it at 10, and that's running now. Go. I gotta come up with better stories or something, or continue to focus on this morning. I am determined to make mornings also a thing, because we gotta, I do have a Joan Rivers stretch bracelet. Let me just show it. It's so pretty. We gotta get everyone going, because not everybody can show at the same time. So it's a nice little stretch bracelet. There's some stretchy to it. It is Joan Rivers, but it also opens. So you pop, close, and open that. It's got the pretty beads. The Joan Rivers hang tag is there. So you can use it as a stretch bracelet, but you can also open and close it as you see fit. She is $18, and this is running. Let's see. I might just showcase some things as well. Last 5 minutes in the case anybody is interested. Right, we have this pink brooch. Let me edit this one for $8. We showed this last time. It is a beautiful kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's a faux quartzy stone though. And it's also on the sides. I thought that was pretty cool. We're going to run this one for $8. There we go. That is 10 seconds left on this one. Let's see. Okay, somebody asked me if this was a pitchfork. I'm like, I think it's more like a rake. Never really seen a rake brooch. This is kind of the first for me. Unless it really is a pitchfork. I don't know. Or run it for $5. Go. Anyone a Boyd's Bear fan? We have a Boyd's Bear angel here. My friend is like has a strong disdain for Boyd's Bears. They're cute though, right? Am I the only one who sees them? I mean, I don't think I would collect them outright, but I think they're cute. Next up, is this in there? No, it's not. This is a vintage piece, but I don't know. It doesn't have any markings. Very 70s vibe, boho vibe. Look at the colors on these. They're just plastic beads, but the colors are so good. And it's a graduated bling. Let's go ahead and run that one for 8. If anybody has anything they want to take a second look at, please let me know. I'm more than happy to show you. And let's go ahead and run that one at $8. All right, let's see here. Nobody liked any. I'm just gonna show a couple of other things here. Let's do. Does anyone like Christmas earrings? Cute little enamel snowmen. These are oldies. Uh-oh, that's gonna fall. Hold on a second. Can't afford for the whole jewelry tray to fall. Let's do $2 on these. And these are running now. They're cute little snowman vintage enamel earrings. No markings on the back. They're for pierced ears. We have 8 minutes left until we raid JC. All right. Let's do gardening brooch. No marks on this, but a bunch of dangles. Run this one for 5. I am ready for a nap. I've been up for a while. Been up since 5 a.m. my time. I am ready for a nap. Afternoon naps are the best. We got 6 seconds left. You know what? What if I run it with this lady in a hat? Twofer. Let's run it as a twofer. Maybe somebody likes both. Who knows? All right. Let's see. We have a cruise ship coming up. Let's see. Cute little cruise ship. Let's put it together with this hot air balloon. And it has a little, it's more for a tie tack, but it's still cute. Modes of transportation. Let's go ahead and run it. There we go. So now we're heading to the end of the show. So I'm just gonna do a quick showcase of things that we showed during our time here together. I hope you guys have a amazing weekend. So feel free to shout it out if there's something that you see. Again, in about 5 minutes, we're going to raid JC. So some blingy brooches. We ran these stretchies, 2 for $5. I think this one for sure is brand spanking new. It's another brooch. JJ's piece right here. The spiral flower. Here is an AB leaf. There's the elephant. This is a contemporary piece. This is, oh, I didn't show this one. It's huge. Look how big this one is. And it's got a nice weight to it as well. Oof, that's a big one. Miss Betty Boop, if anyone's interested in that. Hold on just a second. Are you guys leaving now? Oh, I'm almost done. Okay. All right. Well, if nobody is interested, that's totally fine. I'm gonna see if JC is ready. Oh, she's not, because my son is about to get ready for his soccer game anyway. So if she's on in the next few minutes, then I'm gonna raid her so I can head over to the soccer game because I don't want to miss the soccer game. So hopefully in the next minute or two, she's going to head out there. Let's see. She's not on just yet, so we'll give her another minute. Those. So again, if you see anything you like, you can always reach out to me as well. Not all of these are going to be available in my catalog, but I definitely do my best to include a nice selection. You're more than welcome to reach out to me, especially if you are somebody that attends my shows regularly. I'm more than happy to offer you a discount because I always like to thank people for supporting me because the shows, they are not easy. The shows are not easy. They're fun, for sure. I enjoy hanging out with you all, but definitely not as easy. So I always like to give thanks to people who are coming on and making sure they say hello or all that stuff because all of that makes a difference at an online seller's show. So let's see if she's on. Not quite. And I need to rate her, so I want to make sure I know we're only 5 people, but it is better to... This is a Sarah Coventry. We do have this bracelet as well. This is a pretty bracelet. Let's see. She's not on yet. She's supposed to be on next, I think. Let me double check. Yep, she'll be on. So please hold on. We are going to rate her in just a moment. I'm going to continue showing some items until somebody shouts out that they'd like to see something. And again, if there's anything that I show that you want to think more about, feel free to message me. I can definitely show them to you in greater detail, discuss the pricing. It's not anything that you have to always buy immediately, right? A lot of us like to think things through. There we go. I do have this bracelet. I forgot to show. It's very small though. It fits a 6.5 or smaller. She must be there. She is. All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out. Let's raid